Hi and welcome to another human geography video. This one is going to be explaining to you about journal entry number 4 for your coronavirus journal. The first few things to note are please make sure you understand that entries 3 and 4 are going to be summative grades. Entry number 4 is due on Tuesday, May 18th at 3 p.m. And again, I will link these video directions here when they are all complete. You are also going to want to be able to reference the original directions journaling about COVID-19, which I will be reposting in Google Classroom when the week gets further along. One of the things I do want to emphasize as we go through and talk about how this is going to be a summative grade is that entries 3 and 4 do need to answer the prompts that are being given to you. You will not be awarded higher than a B if you do not fully answer the 2 prompts that are being answered for you. So if you answer other prompts or just write about whatever you feel like, you will not be given higher than a B. So again, please make sure you follow the directions. With that being said, for this week, you are going to be writing about what's the first thing you plan to do after the Safer at Home Act is completely lifted. And do you think life will return to normal? So again, there's 2 questions here. It's really, what do you plan to do first? And when you do that one thing you really want to do you think it's going to be the same as if you would have done it before? So again, if you want to run to a store or go to a friend's house, is it going to be the exact same, or what are some changes you think are going to happen? So what I did is I linked here my Adobe Spark page example for you, and you can see here in my example that it is from my learning log. If I scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see my other entries as well as this one. So I labeled this one Coronavirus Journal entry number 4, May 11th, 2020. So that's when I wrote this entry. Again, it's really important for you to date these when you go back and reflect or share with people. Here were the experiences I had during this time. You'll also note that I put the prompt in here so I could reference or see exactly what I was supposed to be answering while I was doing that. And then I went on to explain some of the things that I would do during the Safer at Home time. Again, your goal is to write 8 to 10 sentences, and these need to be well thought out sentences that use description words or will give your reader a vivid picture of what you would like to then talk about. With that being said, some of the things I talked about in my entry that may give you some ideas is I talked about how I really want to see a lot of my family and friends after this. I'm a person who used to make excuses for not seeing them or things that I would have done otherwise, such as like I was tired from the work week or I have to clean the house, so on and so forth. So now I'm said I would want to take every opportunity possible to see some of my favorite people. In addition, I talked about how I couldn't wait to go to certain stores, as well as just being able to go out to an actual restaurant and eat versus just having takeout. Some of the things I thought that would be different is definitely I think people will still continue to be cautious after the Safer at Home Act is lifted, with sanitizing, washing hands, so on and so forth. And I wrote here as my last thing, and you can give me some of your opinions as well when we chat later, I'm curious of how school is going to look at the beginning of the year, because they've talked about doing some online and some in person as well as completely online. So I'm curious of how that will look. Again, once I'm all done, you're going to go to the right-hand corner of your iPad and click the export button. And once you have done that, you're going to click Update Public Link. You do not need to send me the actual link up here or the URL up here because I have all of those. And like I said before, this is due on Tuesday, May 18th at 3 p.m. and entries 3 and 4 are summative grades. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.